So, when we started the program and we wanted to hire women, who had been on a career break, initially hiring managers were very apprehensive because they were like, we don't have the patience or we cannot wait for them to scale up. Even we started with a small number. And it always happens that, when someone is given an opportunity, they go above and beyond. When someone doesn't have something and then they're given an opportunity, they always tend to go beyond to prove themselves. And that's what happened with the first batch of women, whom we hired. They all outperformed, and that gave confidence to hiring managers. So the second phase of the project, when we ran it, there were so many more hiring managers who wanted to hire from that pool because they had seen what women returnees can do to prove their potential. And I think that took care of itself, and all the bias that was existing in the first run after seeing, how they perform, that all vanished. And that was proven by the double number of, opportunities that were open in the next phase of the project. And still people are now wanting to hire women from the returnee pool. So I think it's just, the first run that hiring managers need to see, and they will come to believe.
To build on what Rubina said, I think my perspective has been my experience has been a little bit different because I have more or less most of my career in traditional consumer good companies, whether it's selling a beverage or it is selling a toilet cleaner. And in that experience, what I found was that the hiring managers seem to have a lot more bias than maybe a tech company or maybe an organization that's more creative. And the biases were things like if women have not been a part of the workforce for an actual period of time and they've taken a long break, will they be able to go back out there and sell the product? Or will they be able to be in the market now that they're a mom? Do they have the time to do the consumer interactions, the customer interactions? Especially in the consumer industry, you have distributors that are very rough around the edges and you need to handle them with care. Then the bias comes, oh, you know what, a woman not be able to deal with them. Then an additional challenge of there are areas where I will not recruit a woman. I will not recruit a woman in a state like Bihar, which is traditionally a little bit unsafe for women. So where I found Rubina's thought process really resonating with me also was that we started small and we said, hiring manager, take a bet on 3 people in an organization. If you find that those 3 people have served the purpose, have given back to you more than what you expected, we'll make it bigger the next time. And that's exactly what we did. So I was the first returnee for the organization. They got me in, saw that, oh, you know what, this actually works. And so we got another 6 in. After that, we got another a few more in. So it's an augmented increase, but a lot of that also happens with just constantly communicating with the hiring manager. What are you willing to build on with training, with upskilling, and what are you not going to negotiate on at all? And there, that's completely genderless because certain things are non-negotiable no matter what gender you are. But certain things you'll say, oh, you know what? If a woman returnee comes back, to go to a distributor, there'll be another male person who'll accompany her. And you're willing to take those measures. And as now today, when I'm coming back to the workforce, I want to return back. That's the same thing I'm doing again with prospective hiring managers, communicating to them and saying, take a bet on one person, take a bet on me. This is what I bring to the table. And then you can always, augment from there.